This is a simple video, and I can answer this real quickly because I answered this question in a video I did last week on my other channel. The way black men are raised now is polarized between the history we have with black men. Most black men are raised in a family where, it's like if they got a dad, and he works and he's like the Huxtable type, then he's this kind of guy based on, aesthetics and everything. In other words, he might not have to be a thug or a hardhead or a knuckle brain, if he had a father and a mother unit, teaching him right and wrong. Now, you have a young man born in the house with a bunch of women and no men around. Now, this can go two ways. He could be a flat out gay man, or he could be a sensitive type guy, with emotions. And because there's no dudes, there's no testosterone challenges in the house on a constant. He'll probably be more laid back. He could speak to women, if he's not gay, because you are a product of your environment. So if there's a woman constantly saying bad things about men, of course this child is going to grow up, not liking men and being a man that would, change a man. In other words, you'd have an attitude, what kind of man do a woman want, or I'm not going to bother with women because I know how they act towards men. It's a very simple question. The feminization of black men is spawned because of the lack of men in the households. That's not solely the reason why men is soft now. Like you said, the popularity of homosexuality and how to get your freak on and all that shit. What's good and what's bad. It all depends on how people feel. If you've been taught a certain way, think about it. You're in a household where the husband and the wife always argue. And then the wife is blaming the husband or the husband is blaming the wife. Your son might not want to be with a woman because of how a woman treated her father or his father. You know what I mean? You get the picture? It's taught. It's a taught exercise. All the shit we go through in our society is taught. They act like hoodlums and crooks because that's what they were taught how to act like. Now they're acting like homosexuals. And I hate that to say it. A lot of black dudes are down low gay dudes. A lot of them. A whole bunch of them. They'd rather fit in than, be. And that's how it is. Oh, if gay is cool and popular, then hey, that shit ain't even cool. It's not even funny when they play like that. The homosexualization of movies. There's always some gay plot or a little gay twist where some dude is looking at a dude and they, nah. Some bullshit like that. When you play with something, eventually it comes about. The same thing with men wanting to see their women have sex. Now, if you want to see a woman have sex with another woman, what the hell does she need you for? When men have been sterilized over the last 15, 20 years. All of a sudden, the mandingo does not exist. They're shrinking our penises and testicles as we speak with the chemicals and all that stuff in the air and the water. Birth control. Not that you plan on, shit that's placed upon you. And over the course of time, when you lower male's testosterone counts, well, I cry now. I have emotions now. These emotions I didn't have as a teenager. I cry now, but I'm not going to rush out and go stick a dick in my mouth. Remember that, folks. You may feel soft. That don't mean you have to go make something hard. Think about it and really enjoy your life for what it's worth and not for some things that people tell you. You don't have to be gay unless you want to be gay. You don't have to be black anymore unless you want to be black. You see what I'm saying? If you can understand that, then you can figure it out. You know why men are like this. Look around you. You don't have to have a debate about it. It's simple. You can see it. Times have changed. the new birth control is homosexuality. I tell people, a lot of people say, you get mad at me when I say this, but a gay man should be with a gay woman. If I wanted to be a woman, I would want a woman that wants to be a man to be my man. I'm sorry, but that's how I am. I'm so old school that I don't trust gay people no more like I used to, because gay people do fucked up shit. Everybody does fucked up shit. You don't see a, you don't see a woman trying to pursue a young woman. Well, no, I've seen that before. I can't even say that because I've seen it all. I have seen it all. I have seen women, old women, pursue young women. I've seen old men pursue little boys. I've seen this shit in my lifetime. I'm almost 50 now. So how long has this been going on? Men used to wear dresses back in the days. They had night shirts, for God's sakes. I had a night shirt. I didn't like the short ones. I liked the long ones that go past my knees. But what is it? It's society. Not just black guys. They got the metrosexuals. They got the unisex people. What is it? Is it pleasure? If it's about human survival, then I guess we give up. Because if I'm going to go find a boyfriend and, my girlfriend's going to find a girlfriend, who's going to repopulate when all the poor blacks and the poor whites are all turned gay and lesbian, and all those with keep it straight, keep it going. You can stop your bloodline by doing something that is considered a taboo. Then you can just stop life itself by doing something that's considered taboo. And 75, 80 years from now, when there's 1 million humans alive and everybody's gone because of disease and shit, and you got all these people talking about, I'm not going to fuck her. I'm not going to fuck him. We're not going to, no. And then the next humans will be created in some dish or some jar. Then they will be encouraged to be, hetero, to repopulate a world. They will be encouraged to love one another as man and woman, to repopulate this planet with a bunch of test tube cloned out babies that don't represent the full spectrum of what this world had to offer. And yeah, men are getting soft, women are getting hard, and life is getting low. And what do? We sit and complain about the things that we can control. And the things that we can't control, well, we forgot that we did control. As a man, 2 testicles and a penis, all I can say is this. We once were men amongst men. And now, where there were men, there's a question mark on masculinity. Testosterone is masculinity. Lower the testosterone levels, you lower violence. You lower stressful moments. There are not so many. You also lower the amount of men that there are. Because when there are no men left, and there are no women left, there's just androgyny. Who's going to make that choice to have that baby? Something that's going to stop you from having sex. Something going to stop you from going out and partying and getting high and finding a ride home at 3 in the morning. Who wants a life straddled with kids and responsibilities? You can blame a whole bunch of things for the feminization of the black man, but we have to blame the world as a whole, the haves and the have-nots. It comes all the way back around to the same old story. Who's controlling the lab? Will all the mice die in this experiment? When it comes for human survival, when it comes down to it, you cannot make a baby with two men. You could probably make a baby with two women and a plunger or squeezy or something, a push thing or syringe but you can't pump nothing out of a man's stomach unless you're Rod Stewart. But see, a lot of you people wouldn't even remember that story now, would you? Men waking up with sperm in their stomach and they got to get the stomach pumped out. You never heard that shit in your time. You guys and girls out here have flipped nasty. You know what I mean by flip nasty? It's when it comes time, human survival, you're not going to want to ruin that body. You're not going to let him in. Stick that where? Can you imagine a gay man being forced to have sex with a woman for survival? How'd he do it? He'd be like, oh no! I haven't done this since junior high school. I don't want to do this. Then they take the little jar and go put it in the woman. Because no man in the future is going to want to touch a woman. No woman is going to want to touch a man. Rich people, they going to keep on rolling. DNA forever. This is how you kill a species off. Now, people want to get their freak on Caligula style. Fine. There's priorities behind that shit. There's consequences. I once saw this cartoon, and they were saying they built these sex robots, but the sex robots were so good that the human population fell because men were having sex with the robots. And it's a cartoon, not for kids. But there is something to this. If you think real hard, men and women don't get together no more. Population control. Who's going to be affected? Those who you can force into this action. Those who you can lead to believe that this is a better lifestyle. And we all hurt. Think about it. It's your sexuality. Let yourself be the guy. Let yourself pick and choose what you want out of life. Don't let Hollywood or a handful of people tell you that you want this instead of that. Gay marriage. So what? If you want to be married to what you want to be married to, fine. Let's just not make it a public spectacle so you can get recruits. Oh, wow. I don't have to marry a woman. I can get married to a man and we can go to the game and da-da-da. Cool. Don't work like that. A lot of things are misconstrued, mislabeled. I don't care what you do or how you do it. But whatever you do and how you do it affects every single thing around you. So think about yourself while you're catching AIDS. Think about yourself while you're, giving out something that you can't conceive. Think about all those people who get high. Yeah. Homosexuality through drugs. You get high and just want to have sex with a lump of people. See, back in the day, sex didn't kill you. You took a shot, You know, I heard the stories about Vietnam where I think they were poisoning the women to get them in. There's one thing that in all conflict, there's hunger for sex and conflict. So in Nam, these guys would go out and have sex with these women. And my uncle was telling me one time, he was on the side of the road, dude was pissing, and all the urine was coming out of holes in the side of his penis. So he's sitting there holding his penis, and pee is coming out of his hand. They had shit over there that would rotten your penis off. Rotten. Like some fucked up shit. And they put it in these women and let these women have sex with our troops. Encouraged them to go have sex with our troops. And these guys are paying for it. Slow death. AIDS. Slow death. These things have been created to hold a group of people back. I think it was real. I think somebody did like to hurt some people so bad they created this shit. There's that much hate here. That's why they don't want you to reprocreate. That's why they don't want you to have sex with a woman. They want you to have sex with a man. So, dumb black asses or poor white asses could be fucking eliminated. We'll deal with your shit as long as we have to. After you catch something, you're done. We don't have to deal with you no more. That's the attitude. And it's all through sexuality. Softening up a group of people. So when they go in, it's going to be guys like me crying. Fuck. Wish I had my testosterone. I'd get in there and help. But I'm too old. They got old guys fought into their 70s and shit. They got old guys back in the day that fought. We retire from violence. We give up. We quit. Why? Why do we quit? Because we got soft. We have emotions now. Those of us who are hetero, I like the jugs. Booty and big old titties. Vagina. Love it. But everybody else around me is going alternative. It's when you eat your pie, your cake, then go ahead and have a popsicle. This is a reality that we live in. People have become androgynous. People have become arrogant, selfish. Oh, if I let him suck my dick, am I gay? Yes, you are. So, is it a weird plot just to destroy black people? Or is it society's way of softening up everybody? Or is it human evolution? Whatever it is, it comes from everybody. It's spread to everybody. And either you accept it or you don't. You're either with it or against it. Or you just don't give a shit because it don't affect you. Let's hope it don't affect you. Four years old. Still got a piece of green on it. So don't let the feminization of the black male affect you. Just make sure your baby boy is a baby boy. Teach him how to do boy things. Teach him how to be a boy. But if you're a female, you have no men around to teach your son how to be a boy, don't teach your son how to be your friend. Don't teach your son how to be another one of the girls. Alienate his ass. Let him feel that he's different. Make him know that he's different every time you see him. Or else, you'll be raising a Fifalimi.